Shalom, blessings. Hi. Blessings in the name of Jesus, Messiah of the world. Hi. Okay, let's get into tablet 6 of the books of Enki, shall we? The synopsis. Enki reveals a secret to the incredulous leadership. In the Abzu, there roams a wild being akin to the Anunnaki. By augmenting its life essence with that of the Anunnaki, it can be upgraded to be an intelligent, primitive worker. Creation belongs to the Father of all beginning, Enlil shouted. We will give our image only to an existing being, Nimma argued. Badly needing gold to survive, the leaders vote yes. Enki Ninma and Nigajida, Enki's son, began experiments after many failures. The perfect model Adamu is attained. And Ninma shouts triumphantly, "My hands have made it!" And she is renamed Lady of Life for her achievement. Enki's spouse helps fashion Tiamat, a female earthling. The earthlings, being hybrids, mate, but do not procreate. Ningajida adds 2 essence branches to their life tree. They only had 22, they needed 24. Discovering the unapproved ongoings, Enlil expels the earth creams. They did not create us. These beings that they were using were Sasquatch. Now let's get right into that right now. To create a primitive worker by the mark of our essence to fashion him, right? So was Enki to the leader saying, the being that we need, it already exists. Thus did Enki to them a secret of the Abzu reveal. With astonishment did the other leaders Enki's words hear. By the words they were fascinated. Creatures in the Abzu there are. Enki was saying that walk erect on 2 legs. Their 4 legs they use as arms, and with hands they are provided. Now here's the clincher, right? It's always a dead giveaway. Among the animals of the steppe they live. They know not dressing in garments. You ever met any humans that live among the animals in the steppe and don't dress in garments? They eat plants with their mouths. They drink water from lake and ditch. And here, in plain black and white, shaggy with hair is their whole body. Their head hair is like a lion's. With gazelles, they jostle. Now, we might hunt gazelles, but we don't jostle with them, right? With teeming creatures in the waters, they delight. That means they're very good swimmers. There she's arguing. It's not a creature, it's a being. I just wanted to show you right there where it says, right? Shaggy with hair is their whole body. And then we have a picture here. We showed it last video, so I'm not going to stay on it too long. With the winged serpents representing themselves. To the house of life, Enki led them. In strong cages there were some of the beings. At the sight of Enki and the others, they jumped up, and with fists on the cage bars, they were beating. Of course they were, right? They were grunting and snorting. No words were they speaking. And we know that is the language of the Sasquatch. We've got tons of recordings of it. And Enki's saying that like 2 serpents, their essence is like ours. And they're demanding that a primitive worker shall be created. They need relief. And then Enlil says, on our planet, slavery has long ago been abolished. Tools are the slaves, not other beings. a new creature beforehand non-existing you wish to bring into being. Now get this. Creation in the hands of the All-Father of beginning alone is held. My tongue got tied, so let me read that again. Creation in the hands of the Father of all beginning alone is held. That's a direct reference to Yahuwah. But then Enki was arguing, not slaves, but helpers is my plan, as the being already exists. To give more ability is the plan. So they're rationalizing it. Do as thou wilt, right? The Satanist point of view. Not a new creature, but one existing more in our image made. Enki with persuasion said, only a drop of our essence is needed. It's not to my liking. Get this. Against the rules of from planet to planet journeying it is. By the rules of to earth coming, it was forbidden. Give me a pen. I want you to see this with your own eyes. To obtain gold was our purpose. Right here. Against the rules of from planet to planet journeying it is. By the rules of to earth coming, it was forbidden. To obtain gold was our purpose. To replace the Father of all. To replace the Father of all was not. Right? To replace the Father of all beginning, it was not our purpose. They were looking for gold and that's it. So this whole thing has become perverted, and Enlil is pointing it out. And then Ninmah steps in. With wisdom and understanding has the Father of all beginning us endowed. To what purpose have we so been perfected, else of it utmost use to make? With wisdom and understanding has the Creator of all our life essence filled. To whatever using of it capable we are, is it not that for which we have been destined? This is do as thou wilt. That's what this is. That's Satan. Do as thou wilt. No thought of what's best for humanity whatsoever. They want their gold, and that's what they want. And then they start bragging. Mountains with terror weapons we shattered. Skies with gold we are healing. Let us with wisdom new tools fashion. Not new beings create. Not new beings create. Let us with wisdom new tools fashion. Let by new equipments, not by slave beings, the toil be relieved. So they didn't listen to her. Let's just say that. All right. They're claiming it's destiny or fate that falls to them to create this primitive worker. And then they're still arguing. Is it destiny? Is it fate? This is what deciding requires. Is it from the beginning ordained or by us for choosing? And we can plainly see this was a choice. Only the Creator, the Father of all, creates. So long and bitter discussions they were of life and death, fate and destiny, words were spoken. Can there be another way the gold to obtain? Survival's in danger, they argued. If gold must be obtained, let the being be fashioned, the council decided. Let Anu forsake the rules of planetary journeys. Let Nibiru be saved. Okay, Enki was delighted. And then they said, until the being is achieved, you must continue your work. And they said that to the Igigi, which we know also are fallen angels. In the house of life, in the Abzu, how to fashion the being, Enki to Ninmah was explaining. Miscegenation, right here. These people are the fathers of miscegenation. To place among the trees, Ninmah he directed. A place of cages it was. In the cages were odd creatures, their likes in the wild no one had seen. Fore parts of one kind they had, hind parts of another creature they possessed. Creatures of two kinds by their essences combined. Ninma to Enki was showing. To Ninma, Enki was showing. To the house of life they returned, to a clean place with brightness, blah, blah, blah. The creatures in the tree cages are too odd. Monstrous they are, Ninma was saying. But she was just looking and looking at the creatures in the tree cages, the two-legged ones she contemplated, the Sasquatch. And she's like, well, try this and try that. And so in another crystal bowl, they mixed their mixes, but no birth came forward. And then and they made it again. And this time they did it by C-section. Shaggy with hair all over. With hair all over was the newborn. His fore parts like of the creatures were. His hind parts to those of the Anunnaki, more akin were they. Right here. Shaggy all over. You ever seen a shaggy human? No. I've seen plenty of shaggy Sasquatches.